Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be playing some more Batman the Telltale series, so let's hop right in. And if you missed my previous 3 episodes on the series, I would recommend watching them before, starting this episode. So, yeah. I also finished episode 1 last episode, which I finished it a lot quicker than what I expected to. But yeah, here's something that I only just now learned. There like a lot of creators that are famous to so many people. They're actually, surprisingly around the same height as me. I'm 5'6.5".
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door.
Most critical,
When
also
this
known as
whole
Charlie,
thing starts,
he's
make sure
5'6", so
you're
half
on the
an
right
inch
side.
shorter than me. Markiplier is like
Mr.
5'10".
Wayne, thank you for
PewDiePie is
opening your house to
5'11".
us. Together,
Dan TDM
we
is.
will change.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to see his height again.
Harvey Dent.
I'm gonna look
Gotham's
up.
next
I'm
mayor,
recording.
and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale.
He's
Not
5'6".
interested.
Matt
And
Pat
reporter
is
for the Gotham
5'11".
Gazette. Carmine Falcone?
And
Is the
Jacksepticeye
Dent
is
campaign soliciting votes from
5'8".
Gotham's
A
biggest
lot of
crime
them are
family?
surprisingly close to my height.
Your father.
And also Stampy, he's surprisingly 6'2". I did not expect Stampy to be that tall, honestly.
It's dangerous. I bet.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. Christ almighty! It's the Waynes.
And I'm looking to dethrone most of the people here as,
The Waynes.
being in terms of
are the biggest
popularity.
gangsters in Gotham.
Now, Matt, Pat, Dan TDM, and Stampy, they can keep their titles. Because they honestly, are the biggest inspiration on to why I started making content. But the rest of them, yeah, they can look up to be dethroned in popularity. Sometime in the future. No offense to them in any way, though. Heck, no offense to anyone that I bring up. Unless, they actually deserve it. But judging from what I've seen, none of the people I mentioned in this video so far, none of them deserve any sort of disrespect in any way. Like, the only stuff that I've really seen them get in any controversial topics for is like stuff that is basically just childish by now. That frankly, is something that people have completely, for completely unfair reasons. Like, look at what Most Critical got drama for. He literally was supporting trans rights, which is something that literally hundreds, if not thousands of people have wanted for years. And also, Dan TDM, he literally swore on street. Just think, he's an adult man. He can swear whenever he wants.
It's also public and
It doesn't matter if he has a kid, or if he's raised, or if he, is more of a kid's content creator from back in the day. It does not matter.
I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
Go to
Yeah.
You're already there, Bruce. Right.
I did not mean to say that. I
alongside
did not
you.
mean to say that. I was in a rush because I was running out of time.
He'll grease the wheels of politics.
Honestly,
Falcone was
I
the
just now
muscle.
looked up Matthew Lillard's
Thomas
height, and I can see him being
legitimized
6'4",
the whole
judging by
enterprise with his name.
the height
Your
differences
father,
I've seen in
Hamilton Hill, and
images
Falcone,
featuring him
they
and
were
other
partners.
people. I can honestly see him
Nothing
being
happened
like
in
over 6
Gotham
feet tall.
without them knowing.
You knew all that, and you never let on.
You're behaving like I was part of the conspiracy. I want you to know I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
But honestly, there are very few actors I really even respect.
This is the first time I've been
these
back here
days.
since that night.
Like, there are very few
When
of
the
them.
police called me to collect you,
Matthew
I thought
Willard
they'd
is
finally
one of
arrested
the
your father.
few actors I can
I
actually,
couldn't
you know,
believe a low-life
seemingly
thug
respect.
like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill.
Because a lot of them
Thomas
just
Wayne.
either hide from,
He
like,
was
hide,
simply too
like,
well-known,
important facts,
too
like, from anyone,
big.
like, some crime that they committed or whatever.
Yet, there it was.
He got careless. Criminals always do.
You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
There
I can
are
recall
honestly few
every moment
people
of that
outside
night,
of,
vivid detail.
like, there are very few people I
that's
can
wrong.
actually trust these
Sometimes
days.
we block out
Again,
things we don't
in
want
certain-
to face.
In any type of fame
Maybe
or
there was some
recognition.
detail I overlooked.
Like, there are just very few people in that position for me.
I want him standing here. Right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I take him to jail. Just like any other criminal.
But he's not just any criminal, is he? He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I can't picture him as a criminal. Not the kind I
Yeah,
deal with.
like, there's
In
just,
that moment, he was simply your
judging by
father.
how many people in any sort of family power have done terrible things these days, it's hard to, you know, trust anyone with that kind of, like, recognition. Which, honestly, what I'm saying
love
about
that
this
movie.
kind of
Saw
ties
it
into
countless times at
this
the theater.
segment of
How long did it
the
play there?
game.
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
Honestly, them being gangsters actually makes a lot of sense considering, you know, how rich they really were.
Where exactly
You know,
does the
considering that
memory
they never
end?
put a definite
With my father
amount on
pleading.
their wealth.
You don't have to do this. And the gun fires.
And after that,
Just like Scrooge and stuff. Like,
there are
even though
considerable
he
gaps in
has
that
been shown
recollection.
to, you know,
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
get his money through more morally ways for Scrooge. Like he does tend to use a lot of the mystical arts for his wealth.
Stay back!
Take whatever you want.
Nothing, Bruce. Just business. He told me you had it coming. You don't have to do this. Don't follow me. I was making a mistake.
You know what? That Dwayne's being gangsters actually ties into, why they spared Bruce. Because, well, criminals, they typically, don't see bringing harm to children. And meaning that giving the thug more of a reason to, spare Bruce. And I guess that point was just proven.
Right.
It wasn't a mug. They were assassinated. And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Heck, anyone that I've heard about in any sort of prison or judicial situation, they do not respect anyone who brings any kind of harm to children in any way. From what I've seen in prison, and which is why a lot of those kind of people end up getting severely beaten in prison, or at the very least killed in prison, which is honestly something that I highly think that they deserve. If they bring harm to children, then yeah, they automatically deserve a lot more than what the jails and the sentencing would give them.
Us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the
That
lieutenant.
would be the least they deserve.
This better not come back to bite us.
Relax, Harv. No one needs to know. We'll be out of here in no time.
Oh, relax, he says. As if Bruce Wayne won't turn every head in the building. The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about.
I'm just, I just need to get some stuff.
I'm all for blind support, but I should at least know what I'm getting myself into.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Gentlemen, we finally put Falcone in his cage. Now, thanks to the information you gave me, Bruce, he won't ever get out.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Information? What information?
Oh, I assumed you knew. I was going to contact your office first thing.
Sorry, Harvey. I was going to tell you.
Would tell me what?
Your friend here gave us a case that'll put Falcone away for life. A catalog of his entire criminal empire.
Is that a fact?
It's the reason I said yes to this unorthodox request.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
You know what? There's actually a lot of people these days that I've noticed are either a lot taller or a lot shorter than what they come off as.
I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back. He cares about doing the right thing.
Whoever he is behind the mask, Batman's a hero to me.
Yeah, it's great to know he's out there watching over the city.
That Batman's a hero in Bruce.
All right, Falcone's inside. Say what you gotta say.
We know what their relationship is, considering Batman literally is Bruce. Okay, why is he in the hospital? I mean, I know I threw him in the fireplace, but that should have, spared him of severe injuries that required the hospital for this kind of extensive care.
You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week. Just like every other time they tried to put me away.
You look like you tangled with the wrong guy.
This is nothing. You should have seen me before I became boss. I'd show up all beat to hell. Your father'd sew me back together. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins.
Until you sent Joe Chill to kill him.
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. But you showed me the door.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is. Now I got you hooked. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
I don't know if I should give it to him or not. I mean, I know he's a scumbag, but still, I hate... Wait, no. That's not what I meant to do.
I'm not here to take care of you.
That is not what I meant to do. That was an accident.
For what you've done.
That is a complete and utter accident on my side.
You'd never know the truth. How much of your old man is in you?
I need you alive, but only until I have answers.
Apple didn't
That
fall
was a
far,
complete
did
and
it?
utter accident.
You got that Wayne seed.
Oh man, I almost screwed up
He
there.
loved you, you know. He did it all for you. He protected his own. If you got on his bad side, your father was
You know
more
what?
ruthless than any
Like,
of us.
if I
He
had
a
to,
switch, you know.
like, fight every single video game
Made us all
character I
rich,
had, if I had
including
murdered
you.
over the years,
Some people
yeah, there's
just
no way
have
I'm
the
making
mind
out.
for it.
There's no way I'm
Till
making
you
that out
hired an
alive.
assassin
Considering,
to
you know,
take him out.
I played God of
You really
War,
think I
Kingdom Hearts,
ordered it?
like anyone with,
Sure, I
like
worked with
almost
Joe
any
Chill
game with
from time to
mystical
time.
sounding
Put a button
creatures or
on
whatever,
someone, he'd take him out. But I never
or characters that are
ordered
not
your
easily
balance.
killable.
So who did?
You can't trust anyone
So
in
yeah,
Gotham.
there's no way I'm surviving
Least
that.
of all those you call friend. Your parents looked at
They're waiting for you in hell! The bastard had to die.
Hands in the air! Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in or out! Go! Go!
Honestly, that's the least that Falcone deserved. You know, considering he leaked all that evidence on Bruce.
We are in deep shit. I bought us some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close, we were this close!
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
Just doesn't make any sense.
Sorry
She'd never
about
do
that.
anything to hurt the department.
I wish you're checking to see how
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Slow down, Harvey. We need the facts first.
The simple fact is she walked in and shot him.
Then we need the complex facts, like how and why.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
But yeah, I should have enough time to record and upload this video.
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it, but I'll need access to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
It's something that I really haven't brought up with too many people. Was like
Fresh
how animation has had a major part on my life.
Doesn't look like blood.
Hence why I prefer like more like animated looking games on than more realistic type games and stuff like that. It's because where
Alfred, I think I found the substance.
Animation,
analyze and forward me the results.
Animation has been such a big part on my life.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
And that's also why I'm a massive fan of anime,
Where
because
am I?
of stuff like that.
Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
I believe you were drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talk big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light. Like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice
Honestly,
in my ear insisting Falcone
all the
was gonna
websites
get
that I've
off.
seen that can have ads,
I
like
had to
for the
stop
most
that.
part, like
I
a
had
lot
to,
of them,
no matter what. The reasons why I should have.
like a lot of them just
They were a
promote
million
like,
miles
stuff
away.
like dating
did you
apps
see a
by
face?
using
Could you ID a suspect?
like women and very provocative
I don't
like
think so.
men and stuff.
You must remember some detail. Try.
And they're not even like
I remember
the sites that we're on were like
harm,
random
guiding
messaging
me
apps and stuff
like a parent with
that
a
were
child.
like
The
made
voice,
that are
it
more
was
targeted
saying
towards
something
like
about
a younger
revolution.
demographic. Don't take that out of context. I'm not
Cobblepot said something
not
similar.
messaging anyone underage on that side of it, but I'm just saying like,
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant.
they're not like
I've let you down.
those
We stalled
apps aren't
Falcone's
even
lawyers
targeted
now.
for those kind of
They'll be back.
audiences. Like
How
it's
is
just
she?
like the more
Did she tell you anything? Yeah,
it's like the more
don't worry about
like it's
that
like
now.
women that are
I found
dressed
evidence
real
that she was
provocatively,
drugged. A
have
fresh
larger
injection site on her
speakers,
neck.
made
out of my
like they're
mind,
made to
Lieutenant.
be more attractive into
Please believe me.
basically bribing
do.
you into
Of course
downloading
I do.
those apps.
Hey, get
Even
forensics
though I
in here.
consider
Now.
dating apps to be a massive
She
scam.
remembers a voice
Because
saying
they
something about
try and say
revolution.
that they're
That's not much to
completely
go on.
free or whatever, and you won't have to pay.
No, if you're bringing
Whenever
forensics in,
they
let's get
don't
Bruce
even
out.
tell you that you have to pay for
Alfred,
literally
I gotta get back to the
basic
matter. I've got a
concepts
lead on
for the
whoever's
app
behind this.
Bruce,
on the dating apps that I've seen. Like they make you pay like
What are you
$10 to
doing
$20
My friends
just
in
for
the
basic
GCPD
stuff.
have been telling stories.
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being
But
held.
yeah, I'm probably
Know
gonna
anything
end
about
the video.
I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
I have no comment.
End
at
the
this
video
time.
in about 5
Don't
minutes.
be like that, Bruce. Talk to me.
So yeah, make sure.
Word is you turned
Look
over
out for
enough
that.
dirt on Falcone to put him in Blackgate Prison for life. A day after he showed up at your house. And now you're here. You can't afford to be associated with another scandal. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened.
You're fishing. You don't have anything. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You should talk to me, Bruce. This is coming out whether you stonewall me or not.
something that I'm tired of in today's society is how, like, question, like, why loneliness is still a thing. Well, maybe it's because people, like, drive off anyone who they don't, like, drive off almost anyone just because they don't want to be around them or associate with them for the most unfair reasons, like disabilities or attractiveness levels or something like that.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue
and they wonder why loneliness even exists in today's society. Because of unfair or completely like unreasonable like reasons that they do that. I'm just tired of how people get treated in today's society.
Sick bed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Falcone got off easy by getting killed. He deserved much worse.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner.
Like literally here recently, male loneliness is at a spike
before he was killed.
The numbers.
What did you learn from him?
Let's just focus on the
test. Yeah, like
fair enough, Master Bruce.
A lot of times people just ignore those men just for the fact of them being
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
I really hate in today's society.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds.
It's how like you could just exist and you would still get ignored by society.
This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses.
After this, I'm probably gonna.
The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was.
Like, I'm probably gonna end the video like after this.
They were out of control. Both compounds seem stable,
after I
they're
get
quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you? Oh.
With this drug, they can exploit anyone's baser impulses, the things they would otherwise control.
Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Honestly, that's probably why, like, either way, people are just gonna act on their base impulses no matter what, so, yeah. I mean, I get that in the context of this, they're gonna drug people into that, but I can see, like, that, like, they don't even need the drug to act on their base impulses for most people, but, yeah. Like, this is probably where I'm gonna end the video here, so, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.